Tomorrow I'm gonna thoroughly go over your assignment, and then I'm gonna send you a new assignment by Wednesday. Okay?
Okay. Gigi, go get your water. There it is.
You want to tune me in? Tune in. The Black Hair Party presents the Real Talk Show, where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose. Friendship has everything to do with aura, love is the more, and purpose is about saving time. I am JRX 36, and this is an All Ages Alliance production. Real people, real stories, real talk. Right here, right now. Right now. Uh-oh, Alex. You singing over there? Use this singing over there, Alex. Let's go. Okay, so let's see. Not sure what's going on with this one. We'll put that on super motion. It's so good to be here. It's so good to be in communication with you once again. Individuals from the future, individuals from the past, all of you at once. Box in the box in my own words. What's box in the box? It means a box in the box. And I'm doing a commentary of myself, of my past self. So here we are. What are we talking about today? Yesterday we talked about friendship. What are we talking about today?
And hey, Julian.
Hey. Tune in. The Black Hair Party presents the Real Talk Show, where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose. Right here is your host, Jared 36, and our special attendee, Alexander Blockton.
Hey.
Hey, I'm trying to get this stupid Chromebook to get to working for me. I'm so happy Wednesday. I'm gonna have a laptop, Julian. I'm probably gonna have a real good camera on there. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Also, Friday. Are you working Friday? Because I got Friday off.
Yeah, I'm gonna be working.
It's supposed to be the last.
Okay.
What kind of what is it? The working dispensing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to have work half a day at the office, and then I might be going out with the teams again.
Okay.
You getting your Chromebook Wednesday?
No, I'm getting a laptop. I'm turning my Chromebook in because it keeps getting stuck. And I already had one of the instructors look at it. She couldn't figure out why he's getting stuck. He keeps saying storage is saved in here. But shit, we took all my storage out of there, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I saw Juju.
I'm gonna delete. I want to delete, reset it, and I know when I reset it, it's gonna delete everything out of it, ain't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna reset it. I'm gonna reset it Tuesday. I wonder if I reset it tonight, what will it do? But if I reset it, got to be reprogrammed and everything, don't it?
I don't think so. I wouldn't know. Jen probably knows. I don't know.
Well, Tuesday, when I come on or whatever, I'll probably have Jaden.
You're not a techie. No.
So I can make sure I'm doing it the right way.
You're not a techie. No.
So is it a personal computer, or are they going to give you one?
I think it's like a work computer that they give me.
Cool.
Okay.
So what we talking about
work,
today?
I guess, into, I don't know.
So what we talking about today?
I guess while I'm a part of the program, I can use it.
Yeah. Cool.
Shout out.
See what they give you.
LNC, Lewis and Clark.
How was your day today?
My day was pretty much, it was relaxing. Let me turn this other light on real quick. I'm gonna be talking to you because I'm right here in the kitchen. I put my water on for my tea, okay? But it was pretty cool. It was relaxing. I attended church online. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that because I'm in the comfort of my own home.
I'm saying there's been a couple.
That's cool. Episodes. That was with your family?
Huh?
That was church with your family?
Yep.
It's been a couple episodes since we last seen Ms. Blockton, but she's studying very hard for her math test. And when she's all done with the math test and summer come around, and we're now this is happening in the AM, and normally she watches. We'll have to coordinate times. We'll
My
have to
cousin, her husband is a
coordinate
pastor.
times.
He's also a varsity basketball coach too. He's a pastor, and that's where I'm going. You know, I go on Tuesday nights for Bible study and stuff. Well, I like it because I'm with my family, but I'm also in the comfort of my own home, and I kind of like that. Even though I'm distant, from my family, because they all up there, Rockford. But even though I'm like distance from them, like I like it because it's like I'm able to spend time with my family. You know what I mean? Especially like when my days be so busy, and I just really be focused on like school and homework. So I take it as a time with spending time with God and spending time with my family. So and then like
Shout out. It's so important to spend time with the family. I mean, I find myself telling my little one, how am I supposed to have some friends? How am I supposed to have friends if I want to come back to you? When am I going to make time? Because I got to go to work. And then by the time I get back, I'm going to play with y'all. And then when am I going to have time to like go make friends? After, when I'm ready to go to sleep, so I can have my rest for the next day? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's important to make time for family.
it's like an open space, like Tuesday, like if you want to talk and they'll let you, talk, like you got something to talk about based on like what they read in the scripture. And one thing I noticed today, when her husband preaches, he reads directly from the Bible and he discusses from the Bible, and he doesn't go like way left field, which some preachers do. Like they'll take a sermon and they'll put it like in their own words and they'll kind of go left field. I really don't care for that type of preaching. I like to get the word like from the Bible. You know what I mean? Like when you get it from the Bible and then you give like a few different explanations of it, I'm fine with that. And that's kind of like how I went today. I like to hear the word. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Alexandra for being on her journey. I mean, we are each on a journey. Some of us choose to be conscious, others choose not to be conscious of the fact that we're on the journey. But on this journey, we have choices we make. And connecting to a quote unquote higher power, connecting to the creator, connecting to that source has a positive impact on your life if you are truly believing what you believe and your belief system supports a worldview that brings you ease, that brings you connection. So I shout out to Alex on continuing on her journey and taking steps to connect, you know respect.
I mean, I don't like to hear nobody just say, "Oh, we are preaching on Psalms 32 and 3," but they're not even really. They're just taking everything and putting it in their own words. I don't really care for that. I like to hear it straight from the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some pastors they do that. And today, I mean, I didn't get that sense. And then like on Tuesdays, like we read directly from the Bible. You know what I mean? Like, how many you discuss books here? That's kind of like how it is with the Bible, and I like that because I can understand it better too.
Respect. I believe it's important to be a student of faith, a student of life. It's important. Being a student of life allows you to be in a state of mind where you could grow, where you could learn, where you can continue to develop and evolve into a more finer human being. And what I mean by finer, I guess I mean a more perfect human being. What I mean by more perfect, I mean one that is more in alignment, one that is conscious of his body, conscious of his expressions, conscious of his exposures. And when I say his, I mean his or hers, conscious of his or hers movement, his or hers expression, his or hers exposures. Exposures to what? Exposures to food, exposures to things we call medicine, exposure to things we apply to our skin, exposure to things that we might put into our blood. We have to be conscious of all of our exposures, and this consciousness is supposed to give us direction, instruction, like, should we do this or not? And what does that mean? That's gonna mean different things for different people. But all I'm saying is be conscious of those things that you're exposing yourself to. That might mean some research. That might mean experimentation on you. Who knows? You have to figure out what that means to you. But what it meant for me was, I experimented on myself. What's the best way that I could feed myself? What's the best way that I can care for myself? I experimented and I practiced until I got to a place where I felt, where I have some understanding and comprehension over it. And beyond understanding, I can comprehend what's happening. I have the ability to control the inputs, the other things that come into this body. so as to maximize ease and strength. Let's keep it up. Let's
Cool.
go.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I used to go to church, so I know what you're talking about.
mhm.
I used to go to church, meaning I used to be a member at a church where I went regularly. I'm not in opposition to going to a church building, and I don't believe that your belief system, your faith, is tied necessarily to a church building. So I want to correct. I used to go to church. I got no problem going to church, and I've been, it's not a thing. But I'm not a member anywhere.
Yeah, these days I prefer not to go.
And if it wasn't, to be honest with you, Julian, if it wasn't my cousin and my family that go to that church, it probably would have never even drew me.
These days, I prefer not to go many places. It's about being with family now. You know what I mean? It's about how can I maximize my time with my family so that we can be at ease and enjoy each other during these times. So now what's my situation with the buildings? It depends on the belief systems of the people that practice in those buildings. Some of them may have some extreme belief systems that may want to cause them to like put their hands on you or expect that you do a certain sequence of events based on the interaction. But let's keep it
Even
going.
to start, wanting to go to church or even going to Bible study, because I had already told myself I was staying clear away from that, from the past churches I had visited and stuff like that. Like, it had drew me away, but thankfully, it's not like that when I'm with my family, and I like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're real welcoming, opening. It's not like no one is pressuring you or things like that and stuff. So I like it.
Right, that makes sense.
It's not like, but I know exactly what you mean by like just staying clear away from that stuff, because everyone have their own motives. You know what I mean? And like, this was a couple months ago. It was someone in my neighborhood from a church. It was some people, and they were knocking on people's doors trying to get them to go to church. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? Like,
Look, I get it. I know Jehovah's Witnesses, they be doing that.
oh, I just slammed the door on Jehovah's Witnesses so many times. Let me stop talking because I'm being recorded.
Look at you.
Let me stop talking. I'm not against my religion, but Jehovah's Witnesses done woke me up in the
They
private
did.
my own home so many times.
I talked to Jehovah's Witnesses though.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with the religion. It's just that, if somebody gets to banging on the door in the spare that moment you at home and then they ain't even invited to come on, man. That'll irritate you.
I got a cousin that got signs up specific to them, like don't be like not to ring the doorbell or whatever, not to like knock. I feel for them, you know what I mean? Like
you gotta give it to him, Julian. Come on now, you really gotta give it to him. Let me grab my notebook. You gotta give it to him, Julian.
Gotta give it to him. Shout outs to J-Dubs and Latter-day Saints and all those of you individuals that put yourself in those positions. Shout out. So here we are. Little drink to you know what I'm saying? Get your hydration in.
Juju, you want water? You want to drink water, Daddy? Come on.
I've been drinking lots of water.
I respect them for doing that. I have and do go door to door passing out flyers now. So.
That's different. That's totally different, Julian. I don't mind going. No, that is totally different, because guess what? You ain't gonna catch me banging on nobody's door. But no, if anything, I'll stick it in the doorway. If I don't see anyone or anything, I feel like sticking it in the doorway. But I'm not gonna go. The people. I can see if you host certain things at facilities and stuff like that, but just go door to door.
I get it. You know how challenging it must be for them to do it though? Like, that's why I respect it. It's like, they know they're going to get turned down. They know they're going to get talked about. Like, imagine being a teenager and you got to go do that.
So why is it something that they have to do?
They're just following their Bible instruction.
Oh, okay.
So that they just trying to spread the good news.
Mm-hmm. One day they was banging at my door at like 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. I was sleeping in. This one I used to work third shift. Mm-hmm. Woo! That's when I had my puppy. Me and my puppy had got comfortable. We was laying down. My puppy was asleep. Already asleep. I was going to sleep. Oh, and then that was when I was training my puppy too. They woke my puppy up. I was so pissed. He barked for like 2 hours straight. That's when I was in the middle of training him. Yes. And my puppy, when he was little, he didn't like nobody but me and my son. So I would have to calm him down when like people would knock at the door and stuff.
Yeah, you can imagine that's not easy. You gotta think about what they gotta tell themselves so that they can build up the courage and
Confidence.
But sometimes, like, I'll just say, like, no, thank you, I'm not interested. I like when people can respect that and move on. But, and this is not just Jehovah's Witness, just like any type of person. You know what I mean? When you're like, no, thank you, I like when they can respect it and move on. When they keep going and purging, ooh, that grind my gears. But it's different when you're doing things as far as like knowledgeable, like school, like like what you're doing and stuff. That's like totally different though.
Yeah, I guess the thing about the Jehovah's Witnesses and like church related stuff is that they come in with the energy that they have a message that could save you. Like if you're lost and you need their message for you to be well. So it can come off a bit like I don't know. It can come off condescending, like they have something you don't got, and you need them for this answer. But I get it though. I understand where they're coming from, and I'm glad I don't have to do that in the way that they're doing it. And not that I won't ever do it. I don't plan on it, but like I just respect the courage it takes to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
The commitment, the dedication, that's a tough thing to do, especially if you're like an introvert and then you got to go knock on people's door to talk about religion that might spiral into politics with complete strangers and you're getting rated on this.
Like, you're going to get turned down. Especially
the pressure is real.
If you knock on the door, like,
and then imagine being the son of parents that are perfectionists.
I don't understand why they start so early because, like, you're going to get some problems.
I know.
But they steady go out there, and I don't know how they've been doing during Corona. I haven't really been seeing them.
Oh, they be in your neighborhood too?
I haven't seen them. Actually, I've never seen them over here, but I don't know if they've been active since Corona. Like maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Betsy's not a fan. She don't really like dealing with them. If they come to the house and if anything, I'm the one talking, Betsy don't want to talk to them. So
I like talking to people in general, and if you want to talk about, I want to talk about religion. You want to talk about, I want to talk about politics.
Pass. Betsy, have you seen them? Have they come out since Corona? Huh?
I'm typing something up in the chat really quick on what I want to discuss. How emotional intelligence is applied.
Okay, we back on emotional intelligence. Yeah.
Do you have anything on that?
Back there.
Say it again.
Emotional intelligence applied.
Okay, let's go. We talking about
like,
EI.
what does it look like in practice?
Yes.
Like
Harmony.
Compassionate.
Ease.
Understanding.
Comprehension.
Good listening is the main thing that I can think of.
Active
From good
listening.
listening, then you'll be able to recognize the vibe.
Active listening.
For good active listening.
There you go. You got it.
I guess charity could be considered applied.
Generosity.
And I say charity because it's like the idea of giving to someone in need, or what else? Let's see.
That's what I got when I had looked it up.
What you looking at, man?
Emotional intelligence applied is also beneficial at working with your
Look at that man with that thinking shirt. It's inside out. Why you got your shirt inside out, man? Why you got your shirt inside out? I like that. Because I like that. I like that gray stripe.
Okay, what are 6 benefits of emotional intelligence? A high EQ helps individuals to communicate better, reduce their anxiety and stress, diffuse conflicts, improve relationships, empathize with others, and effectively overcome life challenges. Our emotional intelligence affects the quality of our lives because it influences our behavior and relationships. That's pretty well said.
Say it again.
What are 6 benefits of emotional intelligence? A high EQ helps individuals to communicate better, reduce their anxiety and stress, diffuse conflict, improve relationships, empathize with others, and effectively overcome life challenges. Our emotional intelligence affects the quality of our lives because it influences our behavior and relationships.
Got it. It's
Hold on
good.
just a moment.
It's
I
a
like
lot.
that.
That's a lot. But yes to all of that. You know, emotional intelligence ought contribute to a good life.
What would you think about that?
Regardless
I
of
agree.
negative experiences, doesn't mean you suffer. You experience minus suffering. That's what EQ does. I mean, EI.
Like the way
Write this down. Huh?
in basic, I view emotional intelligence as being related to happiness,
Mm-hmm.
whereas regular intelligence could be more linked to like
Finances. Material success.
like regular intelligence could be associated with accomplishments, um, like career accomplishments, educational accomplishments, and emotional intelligence is more related to happiness, not necessarily like accomplishments. So because if you're happy, it has to do with the quality of your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do that long enough, then you may get outside sources of validation through prizes or honors that may be bestowed upon you. That does generally tend to happen to those that have higher emotional intelligence.
Are these readings from the book?
No, this is actually reading from like the next part that I'm actually going in to read is part 3, and it is emotional intelligence applied. So I'm trying to prepare
In the book?
Yeah, in the book, that's the next part. It's called Emotional Intelligence Applied in part 3. However, I'm just trying to get a sense of what I'm actually going to give myself into before reading.
Got
So I'm
it.
not basing this part upon the book. It's just like, you know how we do our conversations and stuff? Because like before I started reading the book, you know how you kind of prep me?
I wonder what you're reading, Alex. I know you always reading on something. You know, look forward to hearing about what you're reading on.
About what emotional intelligence was.
Okay.
You be going so fast through them books.
Okay. So then it sounds like they're gonna go over strategies to be able to practice emotional intelligence then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that to me that sounds like some forms of listening, of listening / immersion. So putting yourself in situations and listening, or becoming familiar with situations through putting yourself in situations.
And not only through visualization, both positive visualization and negative visualization, but through actual experiences where you can practice out your visualizations.
So that you can then see perspectives from other people's point of view.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it's. That's the only thing it can seem like it is to me. Like, because the way that you put it into practice is by doing it, and the way to do it is to listen, and then to listen is to like
you listen, respond, and then you can assess the response that you get from your response. Is it coming with negative energy? Is it coming with positive energy? Was there like any ill intention? Is it like a good intention? Is it moving the conversation forward? Is moving the conversation backwards? There's different angles and perspectives that you can look at it at.
Be put in situations where people are communicating about emotions.
Mm-hmm. So when you say happiness, like it's involved with happiness, like exactly what do you mean pertaining to that?
The opposite of anxiety, the opposite of worry, the opposite of apathy.
Ease, comfort, confidence, flow.
Okay.
So it's a state of being that is not necessarily positive, though it could be, but it's not associated with negative feelings in the body. It's not associated with fear and the emotions that come with fear. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's associated with love or loving feelings, but it's not fear feelings. It's not anxiety, worry.
It's not scared, mad, or sad. It's more Powerful, peaceful, um, powerful, peaceful, joyful.
So it's a state of ease, tranquility. And the reason I say that is because to be emotionally intelligent is to be at ease with the people that are around you. Because
including yourself.
if you are aware and conscious of your own emotions, then you won't take things personally. If you're aware that other people are just doing their best based on their relationship with themselves, and we understand that they have blind spots and maybe ignorant to their actions, then we won't take their stuff personal. So it should be like, then regardless of your accomplishments, regardless of your financial success, regardless of those things, all you got left is like your social relationships. Like you got like your survival expectations, like you have a job so that you can, or you have some sort of income so that you can pay for food, shelter, clothing, technology. Then you have your relationship.
Did you just put technology in with survival? Maybe in this day and age, maybe it is. Internet is a computer. Yeah, that has become part of survival. I mean, at this point, you almost needed to do everything. So yeah, let's throw technology in there.
And then if you are aware of yourself and you are socially aware, then you should be at ease or at peace with your relationships. And to be at ease and at peace with your relationships means the opposite of anxiety and worry, which means that you're not spending time thinking about your parents, your friends, your family. You're not running a film in your head about the bad things that they've done to you or anything like that. You're not maybe even thinking about them. You're just focused more on the moment.
Or the expectations they may have of you and how they may react to you if you don't achieve those expectations. That could also be a source of stress, of pressure.
So you should have more attention space to focus on things that make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my opinion, happiness has to do with the quality of your relationship with others and yourself. Like, so if I feel confident with myself, then I'm going to be happy with myself. If I feel at ease with the people around me, meaning I don't feel like I'm under any attack, I don't feel threatened, I don't feel anything negative coming from others in a way that is harmful to me, then that can cause me to be happy. Now, if you're an individual that takes happiness and associates it with material success, then I would say that's different, because now you're also like you're including material success as part of the equation for happiness. And I would say that that's not necessarily the default way of happiness. Like, now a lot of people are only happy if they have material success, but I think that's
and at some level it is important, especially in the culture and society that we live in, because there is an expectation that you have to produce in order to survive. Like there's that expectation, you got to work. So yeah.
And they've added to the formula. They made the formula more complicated. Like,
it wasn't necessarily like an evil plan, but it's by default what happens. And as society become more complex and labor gets divided more and more, so the division of labor, the people working in all these different industries and fields and having to create a monetary system to be able to exchange goods, and then choosing a free market, or to as best as possible with more or less than more regulations, allows for a system that can coordinate our human efforts.
Instead of leaving it I'm at peace with the people around me and myself, they added I'm at peace with the people around me and myself, and being happy with myself means having material success. So that I would say that I've added,
and that's because the material success can reduce that anxiety that may come from not having enough, from having a scarce mindset, especially in terms of finances. Like the fact that you got to go hustle and work and there's not enough, and then that can cause stress. So then you're winning in that area, winning at that game, that may take a whole lifetime to figure it out. But winning in that game, or it takes work, it takes effort to figure it out. But winning in that game then becomes part of the formula to experience ease for most people. And it doesn't have to be that way. You could go experience ease, and then experiencing ease can facilitate the process of you experiencing material wealth, material ease.
Formula. that you can be happy without having material success. However, if you've lived with a lack of resources, a lack of money, it's often easy to associate happiness with the inclusion of material success.
Salud. Salud, amigo. Salud, hermano. Salud.
What do you consider happiness?
Padre, salud.
Self-care.
Self-love.
When you say self-care, do you mean like what do you mean?
Mentally, self-care mentally, emotionally, physically. Happiness is a feeling of greatness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think of like some good words to use.
Nah, you said it. You know, feeling great, feeling good.
How about I
feeling
look
great.
happiness up once I get up?
Let's do that. Let's do
Because
that.
emotional intelligence aligns with happiness.
I believe so. That's my opinion. What's yours? What's your opinion? That's my opinion. That's Alexandra's opinion. What's your opinion? You know, shout out to the future. Shout out to the past. Shout out to the present. That's you right now. Right now, right now, right now. Shout out to all of you at once. One time. One time.
I'm almost done. I'm just checking stuff.
JRX 36.
Good in relationship.
Emotional intelligence is so important, youngins. You know what I mean? Focus on that as much as you focus on doing good in school, doing good at anything else you're trying to be good at, you're practicing to be good at. Practice at being emotionally
I'm gonna Google
intelligent.
happiness and emotional intelligence and see what I get.
Practice, practice, practice. Active listening. Practice being empathetic. You know, let's create a word. So there's
I got emotional intelligence and
there's personal visualization, and there's external visualization. Well, let's visualize for others. Let's be empathetic and put ourselves in others' shoes and visualize from their perspective.
happiness is a key element and important. Emotional intelligence, theorists believe that emotional intelligence leads to increased happiness, and high emotional intelligence is a protective mental factor. How does emotional intelligence relate to emotions and happiness? Emotionally intelligent people can manage their emotions in social situations and at the same time react in a positive manner to the emotional needs of others who want attention and connection. They have the ability to cheer up or calm down others, whatever the context. It's an easy transition to a happy mindset. 5 reasons why emotionally intelligent people are happier.
Clearly, there's a
First one,
connection.
they are more self-aware, and for that one,
Now, why would I say clearly? I don't need no statistics. I just need a brain to think about it. I just need to think about it, just how you could think about it. You know, they're just clearly connected. Now, some people might need some sort of surveys and studies and etc. And I'm sure they're out there. I've heard of them. I don't know that I've actually personally read any of them. Like not no peer reviewed, etc. But either way, you know, does it resonate with you? Does emotional intelligence correlate with happiness?
and I got emotionally intelligent people power up their emotional intent and pay closer attention to their surroundings and how they fit into a social circle. Conversation, the give and take of energy, fires up the neurotransmitters and keeps people mindful of the contextual involvement. That conscious awareness leads to a greater collective feeling of happiness. 2, they manage their emotions.
Jaden.
In order to manage emotions, it is necessary to understand.
I'm trying to go here.
Understand what emotions are being expressed and what emotions are being felt. That means being fully conscious and aware of what's going on inside of you so the outside actions can match the inside emotions. Stay present and happiness results. 3, they are more socially aware. Emotionally intelligent people can manage their emotions in social situations and at the same time react in a positive manner to the emotional needs of others who want attention and connection. They have the ability to cheer up or calm down others, whatever the context. It's an easy transition to a happy mindset. 4, they have more empathy. For some, it's difficult to stay emotionally connected to others and imagine themselves feeling as others feel. However, for those who have emotional intelligence, it's possible to connect their emotions through their senses and intuition. And as a result, they usually develop deep responses to those who are in need of consolation or reinforcement. 5, they are more engaged. Emotionally intelligent people have the ability to connect with others by using their emotional awareness to promote cognitive activity that result in understanding the dynamics of others. They have an ability to prioritize what they pay attention and react to, thereby responding with appropriate feedback to the needs of others. Emotionally intelligent people improve the quality of their relationships, cultivate leadership skills, and garner the respect and love of others, all leading to greater personal happiness. And what's even more amazing is that it's possible to learn the emotional communication skills necessary for establishing, maintaining, and deepening relationships at any age. I know that was kind of like a lot, but I was kind of just reading as I was going along, so I just kept reading. But that was like more of a clear insight with, like different topics that's related to happiness.
Definitely.
What would you consider yourself to be?
In regards to what?
Are you an emotional intelligent individual?
I think I'm happy, and I think that my happiness comes from being self-aware and socially aware. I practice empathy, and I practice empathy through listening. So I would like to say that I'm personally happy, and I believe I'm happy because I've been practicing what it takes to develop emotional intelligence. So based on that, I would think that I have some level of emotional intelligence. I would not consider myself a judgmental person. I would not consider myself a bitter person. I would not consider myself to be someone that holds grudges. I would like to believe that
So all those knots are related to low emotional intelligence. Low emotional intelligence can result in bitterness, and et cetera, et cetera. The reason I say that is because to the degree that you're emotionally intelligent and you can be empathetic and you can put yourself and see the world from the other person's perspective, to the degree that you can do that, then you can be more understanding about why people do what they do. Not to justify their actions. However, it does bring some context to their actions.
Practice, reset, to forgive and to forget. So I would like to think that would equate into being emotionally intelligent. Because I think that if I wasn't, then I probably wouldn't be happy. And I'm defining happiness by the quality of my relationships and the way that I feel about them. So it's like I'm at ease in my relationships. And ease doesn't necessarily mean perfection. Now, if perfection means, well, I'm not even going to define it. How would you define a perfect relationship? You could say, well, if you don't have any disagreements, that would be perfect. But I wouldn't necessarily define that as a perfect relationship. So, so I think that based on the quality of my relationships, it would have to be associated with some degree of emotional intelligence.
I would have to say that within the workplace, I would say that I am self-aware because I don't go in there emotionally disturbed or anything like that. What I mean by that is, I have anxiety and stuff like that. However, my personal mood does not affect my work ethic or the individuals I'm around. So I can say that I am self-aware. And to the fact that I'm happy, I'm comfortable. Everything that happened in the past. I'm getting treatment for that. As far as therapy, I'm advanced in my therapy now, so I'm only going bi-weekly. And I feel like that's my personal life. You know what I mean? It does not affect my work ethic. and like with the empowerment that I get from with Robin, and then like me coming here for professional development. And I know that you're open sometimes to letting me take the floor, you know. So I feel like this is another, you know, like safe space here, talking with you and stuff, you know, because majority of the time it's just me and you. So with all of this support that I'm getting, I'm motivated to go in and work. You know what I mean? Like
That's right.
if people like if certain situations happen or you know and things like that and stuff, I mean like I'm able to kind of diffuse it, especially with being a student. However, it can be challenging at times because you have people who've been in their position for years and they think that you're there to take their position, and you know they have you know their own issues. You know what I mean? Which I stay clear away from stuff like that. You know,
That's right.
and you can kind of feel and sense who really care, you know, and who really don't care for you because they feel like they're in competition with you. But you know what? With me getting closer to God, I can pray for those type of people. You know what I mean? Like me coming here having fun with you, you know, like I don't let stuff like that happen because my kindness kills, and when you keep a smile on your face and you're actually happy, that kills people. And for the most part, the people that I do deal with and stuff like that, I'm cool with them. You know what I mean? I'm cool with them because I see the same enviness getting pushed towards them too. So I can understand that it's difficult for them as well. So it's like, and when I'm quite sure they've been brushing it off for quite some time. You know what I mean? So when I go into the office, I'm in a whole other world, Julie. I'll be having my book from with me and you working on. So I have my different stuff set up, and I'll be in my own zone. So
Cool. And hopefully everybody else could develop a practice to help them increase in their emotional intelligence so that they can be happy too.
because me reading this.
And it looks like it gets cut off right there. So back in the day, I was having some problems with the full videos not getting saved or recorded because we had some issues going on our computer. Had to delete some stuff. Either way, that brings that episode to a close, and it brings us to a nice end. The start of another beautiful day. IU open here, open here. Is Jaden in the bathroom? So we'll tune ourselves out. Tune out, tune out, tune out. The Black Hair Party has presented the Real Talk Show, where we talk about a little bit of this, a little bit about that, a little bit of this. This is I am your host, JRX36. Our special guest, Alexandra Blockton, and none other than IUV. Put your fives up. Put your fives up. Put your fives up. Put your fives up.